So for me, it's kind of more so important for me to acknowledge what got on my nerves versus holding it in. Now, what has happened with your scenario, like when somebody don't mess with you, but they keep coming back. It depends on what season I'm in. To be honest, if I'm being honest, my level of horniness. And
not even relationship wise, like friendships.
Oh, I'm talking about. I'm talking more so relationships because what I've experienced. Are you good? You good?
I'm talking about anybody.
Like even with so those are. I'm sorry, I spit. No, you're not into that. With as far as like friendships, family, acquaintances, and stuff like that, that's easier for me to confront, have the confrontation or the conversation because I don't need you in my life. And it's not the same level of intimacy as a person you're trying to build a relationship with or once tried to build a relationship with.
Okay.
So for a person that I've tried to build a relationship with or they like play me off to the side or they try to spin a block on me. Now I can do it depends on how you come back, but it also depends how you left.
Yes. How you left is big.
Like, did you quit the job and put your 2-week notice in, and I was able to get the replacement and get what I needed, or did you leave me in a compromised position and flip a table and way out? That matters to me. And what I've learned about myself is I don't hold necessarily grudges, but I hold on to the how you made me feel.
Yes.
And what happens with that time apart, you think about a person and the nostalgic part of it will come back. You're like, oh, it was so much fun when we did this, and you know what I'm saying? I had to put the towel down. You're like, so clean. Right towel. All right. No, fuck them sheets. Amazon Prime, baby. Be over here tomorrow. Anyway, so I have those moments where I forget the part where they made me feel upset or made me they left me in a compromised position, and that's where you can kind of fall for your exes or like kind of go back to those feelings, and then you also get back around them and realize they haven't changed, or you get triggered by how y'all fell out because they're exhibiting the same type of behavior. It's like, oh, that's why I don't mess with you. That's where that part comes in. But if you keep coming back, now for me as a man, it's like two things. Well, if I'm in a relationship, you don't exist to me. But me, like I'm single, so my thing would be like, what season am I in? And if you want to come to the circus, let me go put my face paint on. If I have time. But if I let you know what it is with me and how I feel about you, like now it's like you gotta understand what it is. I'm not changing. Like my heart knows. And I'm not. It is like I made a joke about it. Like I'm never putting it in my cart, but it is what it is. What you got? So funny, so extra.
I have always been that way. Me and my sister, we've had conversation about it recently. How you leave does matter.
Absolutely.
In the past, I didn't care. I've always been the person like, whatever. If you felt like you need to leave, do what's good for you. You can come back. I'll be your friend. Blah blah blah.
If you leave properly, we can be friends. We may not have to date it or try to build a relationship again. But if you left on some bullshit,
it's fuck you forever.
And if you come
back,
I
might not even remember me. I have such a shitty ass memory. I might not even remember what you did, but like you said, I remember how it felt. So it doesn't even matter what you did. I just remember the feeling attached to you and your exit. So
yeah. All right, so shift one last time. We can wrap the show. It's a little bit on the lighter side. So one thing that I noticed with seeing so many accidents in this good Georgia traffic, I've discovered the whitest thing black people do.
What's that?
No, I'm going to ask you, before I give my scenario, what's the whitest thing you think black people do?
In regards to traffic?
No, just in life. In life.
The whitest thing
that we do.
Black people do.
I ran into some greatness, man. Traffic jams are how you thinking.
Nothing comes to mind.
Okay. So the whitest thing I believe black people to do is we behave in traffic like the white girl in a movie, in a horror movie. We just gotta see.
Oh, I hate that, the rubberneck shit.
It's that, and not just with the situation that doesn't concern us, but like say a person makes you mad, they cut you off, you gotta catch up to them just so you could look at them. You gotta see the anger in my face. You gotta get these fingers. You gotta get these rapper hands out the window.
I used to do that, but now I just pull up to see who it was. Like, who this motherfucker that can't drive?
Yeah, that's actually what
crazy. In the past, I'll pull up and shoot a bird and stuff, but I don't do that no more.
That does nothing for me, and I drive for a living, so I've been doing it for years, so I'm used to all that stuff. Yeah, you
almost ran me off the road earlier.
But did you die though?
Almost.
Almost don't count on an insurance claim. All right, so look, bro. So with what I found with the whitest thing that black people do is, for me, I'm looking to see if my prejudice was right. So all my years on the road, I've discovered 3, and my 4th is a wild card. I think I told you about this before. The worst drivers on the road: foreigners, old people, women, and my wild card: Florida plates. Always true. Always true. Like LeVar said, I never lost.
I don't. Foreigners.
And me trying to see who just did something stupid, like they could have just did something to somebody else. I'm looking to confirm my prejudice. I got to keep a tally.
Okay. No, I'm the bitch that's gonna cause another accident trying to fly around, whatever the fuck y'all doing. If it's an accident, bitches, what the fuck am I way? Like, why y'all?
Oh, you just already hop on the shoulder?
Yes, I don't want to see. I don't want to be in the way. Y'all can sit there and play all day. I got somewhere to be. Don't have nowhere to be, but I just want to be here.
I just want to be here. Yeah, that's all that matters. I want to be here. Okay.
Don't give a fuck about the accident. The bitch on fire. It ain't gonna be there. I ain't got to call. Somebody can do it. Like, all these motherfuckers stopping. Somebody's bound to call somebody.
Yeah.
I'm on with my life.
Yeah, I'm not a superhero.
I hate that. Like traffic, cause y'all doing like y'all looking back. Y'all looking back.
That could have been my cousin. Ooh, they messed that up. Yeah, it's a thing. I'm cool. I don't front. Sometimes I need to see certain accidents though, cause damn, how do you get the car like that though? I'm sorry. If you see a car turn upside down and over in the place where it's like, how did you jump the barrier? It's like, damn, how you gotta do all that? But I don't slow down traffic. If the one thing I never do, I've never slowed down to see the accident. If I can't see it while my foot is, it ain't meant for me to see.
I never want to see it slow down. No.
That's all I got.
I hope they're okay.
That's the whitest thing I got the black people do. You got anything that you like to add before I wrap? Mm-mm. What's the thing that earlier that you wanted to talk about?
Not the picture. It was something else.
It was a subject that you said you want to start with. I may have lost in the conversation.
We already did it.
Oh, we did. Okay. What was it?
What I wanted to start
Harder They Fall. Harder They Fall. I remember. See, I be listening. Before we go. Yay. What highlights did you see? What did it make? What judgment did you come away with?
I only saw about Big Sean and John Legend.
Okay, that was really the only thing I really want to talk about. But and everything
how
else.
He text somebody and said he worth more than them.
Oh yeah, in a group chat.
Like, why?
It's amazing that, and I'm gonna say this, I'm not wishing violence on anybody, but it's when certain people talk certain ways, you were like, how has no one punched you in the face yet?
Why nobody ain't?
Yeah. No, I ain't even gonna go that far, but like just a punch in the face. And you know what made me think about this is right.
Yep. Your last president.
One of my like most toxic relationships, right? I was telling another woman about what happened, and she was like, "See, that's why some people need to get punched in the face because some people don't get the threat of violence, so they continuously are habitual line steppers." Mm-hmm. And it's not even being an advocate for violence, but it's just checks and balances. If you've never been checked, you forever out of order. And that's what she was saying. So there was that part of it, and then I lost my train of thought. I'm hungry.
In regards to Ye or like.
Oh yeah. Okay, back to Ye. So,
And I hate that I just call him that.
I mean, he's legally changed his name, so we have to learn it. I know, right? I never called him that before, but what it is, what it is. But right. Okay, so my question was, in regards to what he said about Big Sean and John Legend, it was he basically said what he said about as in the show. Well, we don't know what they edited out, but he basically had that stance against John Legend and Big Sean because they said something about his running for president.
I thought that because I still haven't seen it, just the little snippets or clips or whatever. I thought it was because they weren't supportive of him doing his presidential run. Right, like who said that I had to do that? Who said I like politics?
Well, in his mind, and then what's funny is when you see debates and then you see like other people side with a person that you like, everybody knows that's wrong. That's where it kind of gets fun, and that's where you kind of like, damn, people actually walk around with these thoughts. So DJ Envy said something, and he's like, yeah, I feel Kanye on that, and I was like, how? And he's like, well, if I put you on, if I change your life, don't ever say anything bad about me. And I'm like,
did they say something bad? Or they just didn't say nothing at all?
The perception of not agreeing with him and supporting him in his presidential run, that's something bad for him. So, and that goes back to where like, we are responsible for what we say, but we're not responsible for how people feel or take things that we either do or don't do. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And that's where it's kind of like where he feels as though I've changed your life, and I put you in a different position. I put you in a different tax bracket. I know your family. I'm running for president. Why? Not only did you not support me, but you said something for the party of my opposition.
Bitch, my talent got me here.
Fuck you. That's how you feel?
Like, I think he feel like he a god.
So, okay, so I'm glad you said that. So, I started writing music based on Kanye. Me because of Kanye. And the thing about me, I like to consider myself fair. Same way I consider I was talking about when I was going back and forth about Simone Biles and Kanye Urban. It's kind of Kanye like behavior, but think about it the more you know.
Anyway,
Kyrie, going back and forth between Kyrie and then even Kanye, right? I love people, but I still look at the things that they do, and I always try to be objective. And I'm not like a blind witness, or I'm never gonna be that parent like my child would never if I have kids. But
right, child.
I know it's starting to get to that point where you're just like, I don't know about this, bro. I'm gonna get a dog and call it a day. Come here, Junior. But yeah. So my thing with him is like, I feel he talks out of both sides of his mouth, and that has led to some great artistry, and it, that appeals to his Gemini side or whatever. But at the same time, I feel like there's a lot of double talk because in this is all the same interview. In one sense, he'd say we need to destroy classism, and then he'll go to a group text and say I'm worth more than everybody in here. And you would say that in the same breath. Why. And then he and that's where like he kind of gets weird when people talking about their mental health issues because he's been diagnosed bipolar, but he'll say, oh, they using it against me. They calling me crazy. He having an episode. No, I said what I felt. Mm-hmm. And that's the Kanye rock back stance. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, is he unaware, or is he doesn't have anybody or he doesn't keep anybody close enough to oppose what he says? So when he actually has somebody that opposes what he says and gives
keep nobody close enough.
You think that's what it is? Yeah. But and that's another part too of like genius or ingenious, or crazy or whatever you want to call it. There's a part that there's enough wins so they don't understand when they're doing something like it was crazy to think of it begin with, but it worked. Mm-hmm. When you have enough success with your so-called crazy ideas, everything's a good idea. Mm-hmm. And I think he has that when it's like, it's not necessarily you want to keep somebody from the idea of flying, but I also call you out when you wrong. I ride with you, but you know when we get back to the house, I'm gonna tell you wrong. That's the type of person I am. And I feel like I don't know if he doesn't have that or it doesn't showcase itself.
That's true.
Or people just get tired and they say, I ain't fucking with him no more. Because you think they get tired? Mm-hmm. Okay, I can see that. That would make the most sense. But I think he, and then this is the best way I can I can put a category on how he says things. He is like he pisses excellence, but he's full of shit.
You know, I know a lot about shit.
It's a great way to wrap the show. But yeah, that's how I feel about it. Like you, in one sense, in the same breath, you'll say we need to destroy classism, and then you'll tell people how much you're worth. And another thing that irks me is he started out being so pro-black, and even now his stance is pro-black, and then he'll say everything it relates to all these white people as his source of greatness. And I even equate that to something he said. I don't think anybody even said anything. He's like, he was talking about Drake letting it. He didn't say he smashed Kim, but he let it linger like a thought that he had or could or would. And he was like, he was talking about what Kim said. She's like, yeah, I don't even listen to that nigga no more. Like, yeah, he corny. And I'm like, would the old Kanye not say something to Kim about calling him a nigga? And it's like and is that my blackness coming out, or is just like, am I the only one that like has that idea? And then also he'll say something about being Christian, then he's a god. Like, which one? You can't be both, bro. And he's trying to tweak you like, well, I said I was a god, but I think we are made in the image of God and they ain't God like.
Boy, bye.
And it's like bro, just. And it goes back to my thing with accountability. Just say you were wrong. I'll be more forgiving if you said, "Hey, I was on one, got a little crazy, I was feeling myself."
He was on one.
Say it again.
He didn't know he was on one.
That's what goes to my accountability. You don't acknowledge it, and that's the thing that kind of gets me. But that's Kanye. Did you hear about what he called his barber? His barber name? Mm-mm. He called it. It's funny. He said Edward Nigger Hands. Yo, that was a perfect notification for my punchline. Hey, Truman Show, right there. That's where it starts. Yeah, but yeah. So I'm ready for part 2. I intentionally waited to watch it because I knew it was just gonna be a whole lot of hype, and I knew it was gonna be something to make me upset, and I was right.
I don't want to, but I am.
Yeah, it's hard not to watch, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, you got a rubberneck the train accident. See, I'll be bringing it back.
Whatever.
Anyway, thank you for coming back.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. You still driving? Mm-hmm. Drive the boat?
I don't drive the boat no more. My bones be hurting. Everything be hurting, child.
Oh, your mega knees gave out. Your check engine light
came out before they be probably born.
Yeah.
Oh shit, my knees, man, they gave out. They did a little something on Sunday, but.
All right. We're gonna talk about that too. So, I don't know what's better, the on air stuff or off air. Maybe we need a Patreon. Anyway, this has been live from the living room. I am JAYRICH. This is the crazy
Delicia.
Inez and Delicia.
She love it when I do that.
Delicia in the streets, you feel me?
So if you think we got it right, go to the comments, leave some love. If you think we got it wrong, go to the comments, be respectful, say it with your chest. This has been live from the living room. I am JAYRICH. Thank you for your time. Thank you for the energy. Come back, let's do it again. Peace.
I keep my feelings locked up, but you're the only one that